just a tad bigger than I thought it was going to be. What's up everyone, Mark here. Just doing a quick review on the Peak Design medium camera cube. I wanted to get something I could hold a mirrorless camera, a couple lenses, a drone, and I would fit in my bag. I just didn't realize how enormous this thing is and how much it can actually hold. You know, this is the medium size. I should have looked at the dimensions a little bit better because I can only fit this in my GoRuck GR1. This won't fit in any of my other bags that I use, and I don't have the Peak Designs everyday travel or the travel, whatever it's called. But this is great if you want to hold a ton of gear. You know, I might keep this in my, you know, when I'm at home to keep all my stuff stored in one location, but traveling with this, and you know, unless you're like a wedding photographer or you're, you know, planning on packing a ton of heat with you, this might be overkill. But I want to show you just exactly how big this medium camera cube is and how much stuff you can fit in it. Check it out. Okay, so here it is, the Peak Design, the medium camera cube. It has a U-shaped zipper that goes all the way around, so you can easily open it up. The top folds in half so you can tuck it back behind and it stays put when you have it in a bag. It also has these side access pockets where if you have it in the Peak Designs travel bags, you can open up the outside and just reach in and get your gear without having to totally unzip your entire bag and get your camera out, which is a nice feature. So the inside features a ton of these removable compartments. These are all Velcroed. You can move them around to, you know, customize to your gear that you're carrying with you. The medium-sized camera cube comes with two of these shelf pockets where you can just stand them up to make them full size, or flip it down and kind of split it in half and give it a little shelf here. There's two of these I have in here, and there's also this floating pocket that's Velcroed and can be moved around wherever, where there's little stretchy pockets inside. I think it's a technical term for SD cards, batteries. You can fit a filter in here, whatever you need. You can put that wherever you want. And like I said, all of these panels are fully customizable. Even these big, long, dividers are Velcroed and removable. There is an obnoxious amount of storage in this bag, so I'm going to show you exactly how much stuff I can fit in here. Typically, I would have a Sony a6400 with a Sigma 16mm lens, which is what I'm actually using right now, so I can't put it in here. But I have an old Canon point and shoot that's slightly smaller, but you know, I can show you, you know, for comparison purposes, it kind of takes up the space where my camera would go, which is right here. This little fold down pocket here, I typically have lens caps and some batteries in here, but then I put the shelf down. I can fit a little pancake Sony 16-50 lens. I can pop that in there. I have this larger compartment where I put extra drone batteries for the Mavic Air 2, and then I can put the actual Mavic Air 2 right on top, so that fits in there no problem whatsoever. I can take it a step further and even if I wanted to, carry a second drone and put the Mavic Mini in one of these pockets standing up, and it fits perfectly in there. It's totally flush. The Mavic Mini is the exact, almost the exact depth of one of these pockets. So that's in there. So I have the controller for Mavic Air 2. That's in there. Controller for the Mavic Mini. That's in there. The battery pack for the Mavic Mini with the extra batteries. That can just pop it right down in there. And I have my camera chargers in here below that. So that fits in there. What else can we put in here? I can even put, you know, I can fold this up and put one of my Falcon Eyes light. That fits in there standing up, and I still have space for more things. So I can put in a Osmo Pocket in there. I can put in a small Osmo or PGY Tech tripod. That fits in there. So I have room for literally all of this gear in here. Nothing's crowded. Everything fits in here perfectly. So I can close this up. No problem. All of that gear fits in here. I have a little carabiner on here just to, it makes it easier to grab. And one of the other cool features about this, it has all of these different loops around here, where I actually had an extra set of these Peak Design, their quick release tabs that come with their camera straps and their bags. So you can even use this, and I've done this because of how big this bag is, as a separate camera bag. So I take the Peak Designs camera strap, just pop it on here, and now I have a completely separate dedicated camera bag with strap where I can use, you know, these side access pockets. So it's almost like a separate camera sling, which almost makes more sense than, you know, me trying to shove this in a bag. My typical daily bags are, you know, the Patagonia Black Hole backpack and the Wanderer Provoke. I can't fit this in either of those. The only bag that this will currently fit in is the GoRuck GR1. With the GR1, what I'll typically do, since this it's completely open, is I will pop this bag in here, have it completely unzipped in the back, fold it down and tucked away in the bottom. I have the strap attached here on the top. That way I can take my Air Tech Pouch or Air Cable Kit 2, pop that in the front here, zip this all up, and I'm good to go. And then what I can typically do is, once I get to wherever it is I'm going, if I'm traveling, anything like that, when we used to be able to travel, flip this open, close this up, and then I have, with the strap, dedicated camera and drone bag to bring with me. So like I said, there's an obnoxious amount of space in here, especially since this is the medium. I can't even imagine how much more stuff you can fit in a large. If you have a mirrorless camera and a drone and a ton of lenses, or 2 drones, you can easily fit all of that in here. The small will probably be a better bet for most people, but if you really need to carry a ton of gear with you, this is a pretty sturdy bag. You know, it's too big for me to use as a daily gear bag. Like I said, if you're doing anything like weddings or anything like that, or you're traveling somewhere and you need to bring every piece of gear that you own, then by all means go for this or the large. Just be mindful that, you know, this is a pretty thick bag, so it's not going to fit in many backpacks. I can't get it into my Patagonia Black Hole. The only bag, like I said, since it opens flat, is the GoRuck GR1. You know, that being said, it is a quality bag. The customization is great. The organization is great. It's very sturdy. You know, Peak Design's gear lasts forever. So, I mean, I would recommend it. For me personally, I won't be using this as a daily thing, but, you know, if I need to store away a lot of my gear at home for organization, I might just keep this so I know where like all lenses are, all camera gear is, drone gear, and keep these tucked away. If I'm traveling, I'll probably use something much smaller than this that'll fit in a Patagonia or the Wanderer bag. It's sturdy. I give it a good recommendation. Peak Designs is great. If you have the Peak Designs travel bag, and this is a no-brainer. So definitely check it out. Check out the different sizes. I'm personally probably going to get the small one just because it makes more sense for me. But if you need to carry a ton of gear, this is the bag. See you guys.